Hey guys, welcome back. We're taking a look at Bitcoin. Right now, we're seeing the decline. Bitcoin's currently sitting around 63,000. Now, this is something that we talked about in terms of what we should be expecting. And you can look at my past videos to know that I'm not talking about this in hindsight, because what we've said was Bitcoin has tried continuously to break and stay above the 70K area. And what we saw was countless times when Bitcoin fell, there was volume coming in, trying to bring Bitcoin back up, but it was failing to do so. We've seen it from here when it was brought back up. We've seen it from here when it was brought back up, but clearly you saw that it made a actually lower high in comparison to before. And so we knew there was weaknesses. We knew that this sell-off was going to happen. This is something I've been warning everyone for a very long time. And what we're seeing right now is the price to actually be falling. What we've seen is not only did we make a lower high, but we've also made a new lower low as of right now. Again, the big support is coming in at this 60K level. We've seen previously how it was brought up instantly on the 6th of February. So what we can be expecting now is actually something very similar. However, you have to realize, because we already had this first batch of buying, what we are going to be looking at is another set of buys at 60K, but it wouldn't be as powerful. It wouldn't be as much as what we saw on the 6th of February. So what you will see is that the price will spike up, but it wouldn't be able to make a candle like this, nor, in my opinion, would it be able to stay. I think it would just be actually people buying it up and then people continuously selling and ultimately falling below this 60K area. And so that's what you want to look out for. In terms of the hourly, what we've said is very, very simple. Firstly, if you're someone who is trying to trade hourly, again, we already given the higher high, higher low to understand where everything is. But you can also see just kind of the market patterns that's happening right now. It's very obvious in terms of areas where you want to be taking trades. Firstly, we've already said the rejection coming in at the 70K. So if you took that trade and you held on to it, congratulations. Once again, something that we've already highlighted in our previous videos. But for Bitcoin, something that you can't do right now is you can't prepare yourself for massive falls like this, right? Well, we see Bitcoin down 1.33 and then 3.45. Without any news, without anything, these are very random events that happen. What you can do is understand then, after this movement has been done, how should you react to it? And so what we've seen was, if you use my previous videos, if you have a good understanding of technical analysis, is you obviously know where the pullback is going to go to. You know where weaknesses start to show. And so when we couldn't expect this movement over here, what we've seen over here, the pullback into a new lower low, these are all things that you can be expecting. And so this is what we said, that you gotta use previous data. Now, the reason why this part was obvious was, firstly, what we saw was this was the previous buying of that massive fall. We saw the price being brought back up, but the moment you see weaknesses and you see a candle that's this big that broke through not only this low that was created, but also the new low, you know that selling is happening. And so therefore you can be taking these short trades. Now, the same can be expecting from here. If what we are seeing is a lower low and we fail to make a new higher high, but we actually made a lower high, then you can look at another rejection coming in. You can trade firstly from this lower high to that previous lower low. Then you can obviously take the next movement of the new lower low, and ultimately 60K is where you want to look out for. For me, I will have a buy order set up at 60K. It wouldn't be all the way to 70K. It would be just to catch the movement and then get out, because I actually think we may see the price actually fall below 60K. Now, as always, none of this is financial advice, and I'll catch you guys next time.